Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
We were just saying before we started recording, what a shit predictor.
Oh, that's the worst ever. I hope nobody's following us and putting money on it.
Yeah, so I think out of the... So just to recap what we do 3 points for a correct score, 1 point if you guess the right result. And I think you two had 3 points and I had 2 points out of the 9 games we did last weekend. So I'm extra pissed off because...
Mate, I didn't even notice you had the Chelsea shirt on. I was just saying to Connor, shouldn't you be wearing a different shirt? I didn't know you had 2 points.
Oh yeah. It was me.
So embarrassing.
I have 2 points, and to be quite honest with you, I texted him and I said, Can I not wear the Chelsea shirt? I'll do a shot of vodka and a shot of tequila because I wanted to wear this Dzeko Roma shirt, which probably would have been almost as embarrassing for the result. But I do want to say Dzeko is the only player to score at Old Trafford in 3 different decades.
Wow.
So I wanted to honor Dzeko, but this dickhead said no. I have to wear the Chelsea shirt, so I'm not drinking a shot of vodka and a shot of tequila.
Unfortunately, mate, not your choice when you lose. I'm just getting rid of the fucking Jack Grealish shirt.
No, I understand, but at least...
Like it was moulding itself to me.
Yeah, but it's just pathetic, the amount of points. Like, so I thought maybe I've done a shot before when you've forgotten the shirt. So...
Yeah.
Well, we've had the first game of this week's, and it was the exact result none of us had. Again.
Yeah. So
even with 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
We're off to a hot start.
To be fair, though, I had 1-0 Southampton.
Yeah, but it was 1-1.
Yeah, it's 1-1. They're playing 10 men. And they concede 1 goal.
Honestly, though...
I know they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know they're ridiculous.
I mean, we had different plans to start this episode in a certain way, but can I just say, just to take it completely off track in the theme of this, how are Leicester sitting third and they lose and they draw 1-1 with a 10-man Southampton who are sitting 15th, aren't they? Or before today's game they were 15th.
Yeah.
And they get a man, Vestergaard, sent off after 10 minutes. Jamie Vardy being a bag of shit, by the way, rolling around the way he did. I know he got caught on his ankle.
Yeah, I don't think he was over exaggerating that much, mate. He went down. He was brought down, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it wasn't penalty for me.
It's just
they got to sort that
outside
rule
the
out.
box. It was outside the box, but so it was.
They've got to sort that rule out.
But
Balbuena did as well. It happened with Balbuena. He's played the ball, and it's his follow through. And it's ridiculous.
So we need to talk about that as well, actually. But can I just say, like, you don't need to roll that many times. Like, you're not Neymar. You're Jamie Vardy. You know, you used to be a construction worker. You don't need to be rolling around.
I thought he was a plumber.
Or whatever he was. I think he was a bricklayer, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Well, I think he was. Yeah, I think he was a bricklayer. And regardless, you're rolling around like that. And again, I say this time after time, it's even more pathetic when the English player, to me, I don't know if this is like an outdated opinion, but when the English players do it, it's just, I don't know. Well, I mean, whatever, but...
It's not leaving the game anytime soon, mate.
No.
And they're not even looking. Look, that wasn't the worst, was it? I mean, it wasn't a dive.
It wasn't a dive,
They're rolling around, but you know how much he's hurt, so he has caught him on the ankle. So, I mean, it's not the worst that we've seen, is it? When you've seen Neymar through the week, it pales in comparison, doesn't it? You know?
It does. It really does. I mean, fuck, I feel, you know...
But to your point, Leicester not being able to finish them off, that just goes to show the weakness that is in them places now, you know? Mm-hmm. Apart from Man City, how the leagues fell away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How the standards fell away, you know? But... You know, it's brought everybody else closer together, and this doesn't make it more exciting that Southampton can still draw with the third place team with 10 men for 80 minutes, 85 minutes. You know, does that make it better? I don't know anymore because I'm sort of getting fed up with it, getting fed up with watching it. You know, it's starting to get to me. I'm sort of glad now that the crucial games are coming up it'll bring the excitement back for me because I think we've had a period of nothingness. You know what I mean? There's been a lull where there's been some games on that just aren't worth watching, mate. It just frustrates me, and I don't want to be the the misery of it all, but it's going that way. We spoke at length about the Super League, and I know I had a little bit of a rant about how the game's deteriorated anyway with the standard of refs, with the stupid fucking rules, with the players falling down and faking injury. So it's just happening anyway. We've either got to accept it for what it is today, or don't watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm borderline not watching it, to be honest. But at least now we've got an exciting time. We've got the last month. There's going to be some big games. I mean, I know you want to talk a little bit about Bournemouth, but that's going to be great watching the playoffs also. We've got the Euros coming up. So we've still got stuff to look forward to. Even if, being pessimistic a little bit, is it just going to be much of the same, watching everybody fucking roll around again and,
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way, it's just sort of the way football's gone. And I feel like I've sort of taken this stance in the past. It's just like, if we want to watch it, we want to watch it. And, it's just the way it is. I do want to just sort of home in. We'll get back to the City PSG game, and we'll obviously dig into that in a little bit. But just as a nice sort of like a nice example of how against the players rolling around, Liam Gallagher. So Liam Gallagher's tweet. Liam Gallagher had a tweet that was shown on Spanish TV during the City PSG game, and all it said was, "Neymar is an embarrassing little cunt," and they showed it on Spanish TV.
Did it?
Yeah, on the Spanish. Sorry, that was long-winded. But how funny is that? But that's just the. That's just the sort of standard of the game now, and with Jamie Vardy rolling around, I don't know. Let's jump into the West Ham Chelsea game, because we're talking about how games haven't been exciting, but these two teams, West Ham and Chelsea, they're not your usual suspects being named in the same sentence, like they're going head to head, but it's sort of come to a head here with them two playing. I mean, we can talk about the Balbuena red card, but it was a fairly close game. Chelsea have looked dominant lately. I don't want to be saying that wearing this shirt, but I think I don't know. I mean,
I think drink, mate.
What's that?
I think Connor spiked your drink. Put something in your drink.
Yeah, that was the real punishment.
I mean, look for me. Look, before the game, I don't think there's been a bigger game for West Ham fans in recent years. Just one game itself, the leading up to it. The situation that the club's in right now. I got excited about it all. I was also excited because I thought you two were coming down this end.
Yeah.
For the Chelsea West Saturday and the Man City on the Sunday, but you binned me to watch your MMA. I understand, it's fine. I hope the fight was good.
It was one of the craziest nights.
It was, yeah,
in a really long time. Did you not see? Yeah, there was like this.
I haven't looked at it yet, mate. I know Usman won, but I haven't looked at it.
I mean, I know Anderson Silva is one of the people that beat him.
So Anderson Silva, just to sidetrack from the football, Anderson Silva snapped his leg against this guy Chris Weidman.
No, he didn't.
He did, and he.
Oh, that was the second time, because he was faking the dance and then got hit in the chin against.
That was a different time. That
was both against Weidman.
Anderson Silva snapped his leg against Chris Weidman, so he went to leg kick him, and his leg hit Chris Weidman's knee. Right. And Anderson Silva's leg bent around his knee, and Chris Weidman won the belt that fight. So this past Saturday, Chris Weidman fought.
Carry on.
No, but Chris Weidman fought. Yeah, they don't have VAR in the UFC, but Chris Weidman fought, and he's thrown a kick, and his leg is, both bones in his leg is snapped, and he's kicked. His leg's bent around Uriah Hall's leg, the other guy's leg, Uriah Hall. And he stepped back on it, and his leg is folded in the shin, in the middle of the shin. It's folded down. And I mean, before that, there was a crazy leg injury as well, where
All right, back to Chelsea West Ham. Come on.
Well, all right, it was kind of like Balbuena on who was it?
Really?
Just kidding, it wasn't. But Balbuena, who did Balbuena tackle for the red card? Who's the? I can't remember
The game feels like so long ago.
He didn't tackle. He got to the ball first.
He got to the ball first. Yeah.
Landed on Chilwell.
Chilwell. Yeah.
He landed on Chilwell.
Yeah.
So look, for me, for West Ham to be in this position, let's hope, what is it, 4 games left, 5 games left. They don't fall away, and it just doesn't fizzle out. I see Liverpool looming large, only a point behind, I think.
Yeah.
But
five games left, point behind.
And unfortunately for us, Burnley had just come off the back of an away win at Wolves, who we're playing on Monday. But for me, the before the game bits, I know on my Twitter, reading with the West Ham fans, how nervous they were, how excited they got before the kickoff, and how long since have they gone into a game thinking this is for so much against one of the so-called top teams from the last however many years, believing that they were going to win it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the change around for me with the club in general. They've gone into a game against Chelsea, battling over the 4th spot in the league, believing they could win it. And it was enough. I mean, I don't believe it was a great game anyway. The refs are, for me, killing everything today. Their real book needs to be fucking thrown on the fire somewhere and rewritten, because it's just not in touch with football anymore.
Yeah.
Some of the things are disgraceful. And to kill a game that big with such a bad decision, it was a disgrace for me.
So
there's nobody judging these refs, or if they are, it's fucking Mr. Magoo and Stevie Wonder.
So you think? See, I'm not completely indifferent about the red card. It's just weird that his foot still does that.
No. My question is, where else is his body weight gonna go? Because when you first saw it,
where else is he gonna land?
Yeah, where else is his body? I know when we watched it, you said that's a red card off the bat.
Sorry, right. There's one thing when you do a standing clearance,
yeah,
and your body weight, your balance is on your standing leg. But when your momentum is taking you forward, your foot that you follow through with is automatically going to be the next one you plant on the floor.
Course.
And that's where his leg was.
So I'm looking at it as you're speaking right now.
And I'll say it, mate, not just Chelsea. Chilwell's been a bit of a pussy lately.
Oh, of course,
he's been bad. Chilwell's been bad. Of course,
yeah.
He's been bad lately.
I'm not saying that. And he is one of those people that I feel like people.
That one wasn't him falling down. That one wasn't his fault.
No, it hurt.
Yeah, but he still doesn't need to do that. But still, and I think Chilwell is someone that, like, when you play against him, he's someone that you're gonna want to smack or get a little knock in with,
Right.
See, I'm so indifferent about this because I've just never seen it before. I've never seen anything like really close to this, because Balbuena, or however you say his name, Balbuena.
Balbuena.
Yeah, with like a couple of B's. I know it's kind of followed through with his foot, but when he's coming down, it's like he's still putting, like he's using momentum to where he would have landed doing the splits almost.
His left foot he's on his tiptoe, right?
No,
on his
I know,
foot,
yeah, I know. So, but his right foot's going too far forward for him to have, like, he would have landed completely off balance. If you think about
it, if he's trying to pull his weight back, it's going to go down Chilwell's leg.
I know, yeah.
If he's caught in there, like, it's not...
No, but, and I can show you right this second. He goes to kick it, he lands on the calf, and then there's a little, like, it's like he was pushing forward. I'm not saying that the ref's seen that. I think this is days after, and I still don't know the decision. So if there is no definite red card, I don't think you can give it. But I do think there is something like malicious in there.
The biggest thing for me is that a referee can kill a game not big.
Yeah, exactly. If you said it straight away. If it's not completely obvious, it's not a red card.
Yeah, I mean okay, so like I absolutely think it was not a red card. Another so West Ham have appealed it. Another crazy thing is, of the last, just to peel off a bit, of the last 8 straight red cards that West Ham have been shown in the Premier League, 5 of them have been rescinded.
That's funny.
So isn't that crazy?
I remember Souček was one of them, wasn't he? With it was like a punch or something.
Listen, isn't this what VAR's for?
You would think.
Why send them off? Why send them off and rescind it? You've already ruined the game. You've already killed it. You've already changed the points.
I don't think
the place.
Rescinding it doesn't fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it makes the ref look stupid. It makes that individual ref.
Why isn't he going over to the side and seeing it like the majority of other football people see it?
Because
why isn't he seeing it his own way? And that's the way. So where's the punishment when it gets rescinded? Where's the punishment for the refs when it gets rescinded?
They should have, the ref should have, like, as stupid as
the
it
ref
sounds.
should pay a fine. If the players have to pay a fine for the red card and now it's rescinded so the players don't have to pay the fine, the ref should have to pay the fine.
Yeah, no one's going to want a ref. But
be banned for something.
Yeah, the refs get paid a lot of money.
I know. But, yeah, I know. But, so what I was going to say is, they should have... Sorry, go on.
You can't do Premier League for another 5 games because you cocked it up so bad. If you think the difference in the money between playing Champions League and that 3 points could change it.
Yeah.
That referee could have affected them clubs in that way for that much. And there's no reprimand whatsoever.
I mean, there's been this unwritten law throughout since the beginning of football that refs are just shit. It's as simple as that. Refs have been able to sway games. It's so. But
now they have a tool where they can.
I know, yeah. So that's what I was about to get into. They should have like.
Not with all this technology.
They what?
Not with all this technology. In the past, they didn't have anything.
I know, yeah. That's why I'm saying it's not like.
And you understood when they were wrong. So you didn't have cameras repeating it all the time. We had to believe what the ref's seen because there was no replays, no all different angles. So you just had to accept it. But now the reason to bring it all in is to make sure they don't fuck it up, and they're still doing it.
So what I think the main problem is that these footballers or pundits or whoever they are, they're not allowed to speak freely. There's so many subjects they're not allowed to touch. They're not allowed to talk too harsh on one player or something in case he gets abuse after the game or some shit like that. They're not allowed to talk so bad on VAR. Because the people in, especially the ex-footballers, they're not idiots. They are somewhat saying, oh, why are they showing it from that camera angle? Why are they showing it so fast? Why have they slowed it down? Why have they only showed the ref when it's slowing down? And exactly like you're saying. But sometimes it's not the ref's entire fault. If he's had like a sticky situation and he's ran over to the television or the little monitor and they've just showed him one angle and we see it sometimes, one angle, and it's sped up.
Hold on.
And then he's made his decision like they did with the Balbuena one.
Hold on.
Then...
Hold on. The ref was shown multiple different angles on the Balbuena one.
Oh, was he? I'm thinking of someone else.
So between VAR and the ref looking at it, they looked at it 26 different times. And they showed the angle from behind where you looked at Balbuena's weight, where after he kicked through, he was leaning this way.
But then he still pushes.
Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go when he's leaning like that? Where's his body weight going to go?
No, his body's going that way. Why does his right leg still push off?
His right leg is on Chilwell, and Chilwell's going towards him. It's just physics.
No, I get that. It's like he's caught the calf. That's not his fault. He's caught the calf.
He's falling away. You have to be some kind of superhuman to still kick someone and fall that way at the same time.
The issue is that they can look at it that many times and still get it wrong.
Yeah, but it's gonna look so. But if you look at something 26 different times, it's gonna be there's gonna be something wrong. It doesn't make it better because you've looked at it 26 times.
No. Look,
I think about an artist looking at a painting 26 different times. It's gonna.
They could also figure it out though.
They're gonna want to change. No, they're not.
So I'm gonna show you this really quick. So my whole point is that he's accidentally caught the calf with what he's done, but then he's caught the calf, he's felt the calf and he's pushed as like a somewhat stomp, but you're not gonna get that much tension behind it to push down. And if you look at it, Oh, fuck.
No.
I fucked it up.
I think you need to exit the video too because it's kind of slowing down our internet.
I've got a feeling that he might have slid forward because his foot wasn't in the ground.
His left foot.
There was another object.
Hold on, the set's kind of falling apart here. My mic's just come off the table.
I'm telling you, I just watched it.
I think Balbuena's put his weight on my mic and it's fallen off. Balbuena's left foot is on his tiptoe and his body is at a 45-degree angle. I don't know where else his right foot...
Don't know balance, yeah?
Where else his right foot...
I'm not saying that.
And it's Chilwell, who's been a little bitch about a lot of things, especially in the Real Madrid match.
You would think someone would want to leave something in on, you know?
Oh, I would, yeah. But...
Exactly, and that's what I think. I think he's accidentally caught his calf, and then he's gone, all right.
So what you're trying to say is that's what the ref's seen?
No. I don't think that. I don't think.
We might have wanted to hit him. We might have wanted.
No.
The refs don't know that.
No. I think they've just thought, oh, he's hit the calf, then, you know, because why would you hit the calf?
Look, they're black and white. They don't understand the game. They're just black and white. The stud is on the calf.
Chilwell shouldn't be really falling there, you know? Chilwell shouldn't be falling like that. So it's just an unlikely event.
I don't believe he dove, but...
No,
No.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, he just fell in an unnatural position as well.
They've got to understand what's accidental and what isn't. And if he believes that he stomped on him on purpose, send him off. That's fine. But who else believes that? Who else? The VAR didn't believe it because they didn't give it, did they?
Yeah.
The ref
otherwise, why? Yeah. Why did they have to call the ref over? And they would. It's almost like VAR was showing the ref, like I said, that angle from behind. Giving them the angle like of Balbuena leaning. I
can just imagine them sitting in that shed, and as soon as it's happened, they look at it and they go, "Oh,
yeah,
yeah." Do you want that one? No, you want that one? Let's leave it up to him.
I think it's just too controversial that you just can't give it.
Know our names. We're hiding in this shed, but they know our names.
I don't think. See, the way I see it, they're not even watching the game. You know, in a restaurant when someone opens the door and it dings, or like in a shop, like it dings, and then the cashier's like, "Oh shit, someone's here."
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That's how I think it is. When something happens, there's a ding that goes off, and the VAR people are like, "Oh shit, we gotta look at it," with no context of what's been going on.
They're playing chess or tiddlywinks or something.
I mean, chess might be above them considering what they can't figure out with the video. But,
the chess game, probably.
Yeah. Either way, I will say, look, between the West Ham and the Real Madrid game, Chelsea to me have looked consistent at least. I mean, it wasn't the best game, the Chelsea West Ham game, but you know, it was.
Look, second half against Madrid.
Sorry.
Neither was the second half against Madrid.
The second half, yeah, but
I wanted Chelsea to win. I must admit, against Madrid, not against West Ham, obviously, but
in spells.
You look at the English teams and you think, I want the English teams to do well, and I did want Chelsea to. They had 20 minutes of the game, and then them and Real Madrid the second half. It was absolutely fucking abysmal.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea could have scored a few times. Timo Werner had a good chance against Real Madrid. He also had one against Chelsea after his goal.
He has a good chance against everyone, doesn't he?
Sorry?
He has a good chance against everyone.
Yeah. Well, he did score against
West Ham.
He scored against West Ham, but then he missed a complete...
I that one.
But it's okay because he scored.
No, it's not, because it would have been okay if he scored after the miss.
I had 2-0 as well, didn't I?
I think so, yeah. But against Real Madrid, he's missed a complete shocker in the first half. I think Chelsea, though, in spells, like, as a City fan, Chelsea are, they get the ball in spaces to where, look, it's not the Chelsea shirt. Mason Mount has really impressed me lately.
Yeah.
Like, really impressed me. Like, to the point...
So was Pulisic.
Yeah.
Pulisic.
Pulisic.
Oh,
yeah. You kind of... I expect Pulisic to kind of live up to how he's playing.
He's like a better Oscar.
Kante's come back
again. Yeah. He had an incredible game.
Even what I say is Rudiger's come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
don't worry. He still does stupid stuff.
Yeah, but it's because
it looked to me like Real Madrid have said, "All right, 1-all's fine."
You know what it was, to be honest? And this is all Conte. Chelsea made Toni Kroos and Luka Modric just look like they weren't a part of the game at all. They made them look old. And I know Modric is old. Did I say Modric?
No, I said Luka Modric.
Oh.
Modric.
Luka Modric, yeah. They made them look like they didn't exist. There was no midfield. And I think it was mostly Conte pulling them from side to side. And, I mean, Chelsea were just passing through them. When they're on the ball, they put in some really good balls into the box. And, I mean, you never want to count Modric and Kroos out when they're on the ball. But it was like they didn't exist. I was impressed by Benzema. I mean, the technique to score that goal was...
I like Benzema,
Yeah.
You said it about him before.
Yeah, but...
I like number 9.
Yeah, I think there's just like, you said this the other week, and I thought I didn't fully buy into it. You said you didn't say it in these exact words, but there's a pedigree of teams that have won the Champions League before, that have had Champions League experience, that City don't quite... they're not quite there yet.
They know how the tournament works.
Yeah, it's like City, but Chelsea... Yeah,
they figured it out. The teams that have figured it out.
But even though none of those players at Chelsea are like... I mean, they're not a part of that Chelsea team that, like, were killing it, right?
No, they're still... This is still the Chelsea team.
It's a fairly young...
That were, like, beaten down, that had the transfer window... Yeah.
It's
Tammy
a fairly.
Abraham and Mason Mount.
But don't forget the manager does though.
No, the manager does.
Tommy
Tuchel, he's got experience, but I'm just saying, I think it could be anyone, and I think there's just a feel about Chelsea feeling comfortable in the Champions League. I don't think it's the players. I don't think it's the manager. I think it's the club.
Yeah, but
look at Real Madrid.
Rightfully on though. Rightfully deserved.
No,
We've
been I'm just saying I realized it, I think, for the first time watching Chelsea Madrid and then watching City PSG, like, back to back. Because PSG are there as well, even though they haven't won it. But City, it's like...
I think PSG just got their feet in the Champions League as well.
Yeah.
They've been like what City were like.
Yeah, but like... There's a nerviness, and it might just be Man City, and it's not Pep, I don't think, because, I mean, he's got all the Champions League pedigree you could ever ask for. There's a nervousness about City. Like, Foden, to me, didn't perform against PSG.
But
like...
Look,
not just put on him.
The first half was a whole lot of, I don't know, nothing, really. Possession... And you could see that there's nothing down the middle. I don't believe that false 9 worked. I don't believe whether it was the personnel or not, but I know it's worked with them personnel before. But we kept a lot of possession without threatening. Mm-hmm. The only time we threatened was Foden's shot, I think, in the first half.
Yeah,
where we pressed and won possession.
And that was a PSG mistake
in the final third.
Yeah.
We didn't create. I'm not gonna blow it all up and say and then it changed like everybody else has, because it was luck. It was luck. You know what? You got to put the balls in. The De Bruyne goal and the free kick. I don't know what the Wolves doing. It wasn't a good free kick.
Yeah.
I know you need luck. But they dominated in a sense second half without being like City to me. It wasn't the Man City that I've seen and that I was led to believe would come out.
Yeah.
I looked at the lineup beforehand and I thought, great, that could be our strongest 11 individually. You know what I mean? As far as getting all them players on the field at the same time. Mm-hmm. And then it was a lot of passing and nothing. There was an emptiness where we couldn't even put...
You would think the first leg of the semi-finals is where you point out your Champions League final team.
Look, and it is Pep's Champions League final team 100%. He's not going to play
playing
Jesus.
That formation.
Yeah, 100%. That's his team.
He'll lose against Chelsea.
Fine. Yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
He says that with the Chelsea show.
No, I'm just saying. That's Pep. Not fine. I don't mean fine.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean that's Pep's That's Pep's what Pep believes to be his best team. I've got a million things to say about this, right? So City played the same as they did in the first half as they did in the second half. The only difference was PSG dropping Mbappe and Neymar back. Pochettino shit himself, and PSG started playing defensively, and they lost it. I think it was PSG's to lose, and they lost it. I don't think City won it. To me, it takes a little bit of luck. De Bruyne's goal, Kolarov scored a goal like that in the Champions League against Real Madrid from a free kick. It was, like one of those whipped in balls to the back
from
post.
From the right-hand side, yeah.
I do believe Navas should have had it. I don't think Stones was even that close to it. I know it's an awkward ball, but to me...
No. That's you can't blame Navas for that at all. That's picture perfect as you get. The defense dropped so far back that the keeper couldn't come up.
I understand the nature. I understand the nature of the goal.
And plus it had topspin on it as well, so that bounce has made it skip as well.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like Rooney scored them. Like I said, Kolarov scored one against Real Madrid, but they were always a little more questionable whether the attacker was going to get to it. Stones was the closest City attacker, and he was a few yards away from it. Like I don't know,
but that's the thing. De Bruyne can put that ball in there. As even if he knows no one's going to get it, he puts that ball in there saying that's where it's going to be next time.
Well,
but a goalkeeper, that's a scary ball anyway.
It's the scariest ball,
especially a bottle job.
Right.
The goalkeeper who's a little bit scared.
Yeah.
And let's face it.
Not lately. He's been dominating.
That ball's in an area where if he comes, he's going to hit someone.
Well,
and also if he comes, he feels he's not going to get there. Someone might get there before him. It all happens in that instant. Although it wasn't a whipped-in ball, it wasn't that much pace on the ball.
Well,
and don't forget,
the defense was so far back as well.
But it was wet. It was pissing down as well. So it's going to skid in if anything.
Yeah,
I don't blame the keeper there. It's a great ball in, but it's just a slice of luck that we got.
No.
It's not really though. That's quality. Who else puts in that? Other than Cancelo.
I just needed more positivity.
I'm
going to be critical and harsh, more positivity.
Yeah.
And we didn't have it in the first half. Certainly, we had it a bit more. And I was disappointed that when you went down to 10 men, we didn't go at it for the third.
I agree. I don't think Pep changed a thing from minute 1 until minute 90, 91, 92, whatever the injury time. But here's one thing he actually I'm going to take that back. He changed one thing that you're not going to agree about. We haven't spoken about this. Him bringing on Zinchenko for Cancelo. Cancelo is perfect in certain situations. Zinchenko drives forward when he has the ball. Cancelo's the type of player who's already up there. But what actually led to the corner before De Bruyne's goal was Zinchenko driving forward. And I said this to you, Zinchenko's not the best left back in the world, but his football intelligence, I think, is high up there. I think he's.
I'm a big fan of Cancelo, but he wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
So, but I was okay with that. I'm. You know what? If it was a case of pick one or the other, I would go for Cancelo every day of the week.
Yeah, but
he wasn't doing it, so
no,
it's fine.
But Zinchenko drove the ball forward. He made a few mistakes when he came on. He gave the ball away twice, I think, as soon as he came on. But then the third time, he drove forward with it, and he actually drove the player over to that corner on the opposite side. And he just and his defense, he's more of a defender than Cancelo as well. And from my opinion, I think Zinchenko will start the second leg because Florenzi in the first 30 minutes, PSG's right back Florenzi was confusing whatever system Pep had set up where Foden was not tracking back. So Cancelo was now tracking Florenzi, and it was Di Maria was playing on the right side, I think, in the beginning, wasn't it? So it was like they were being overloaded on City's left side. So I personally think Zinchenko's the better player to start that second leg. I think Pep's going to start him there, but also going forward, he's got more of that forward drive where you get it to him and he might make a few mistakes because he's trying to pass the ball and play it out and go forward, but he's also got more of a defensive mindset. So I would play him over Cancelo and maybe bring Cancelo on in this second leg if you need Cancelo's a better player, right?
I'll guarantee it's not done. Look, I'll take the result every day of the week. A 2-1 loss away from home is a good result in Europe, right? 2-1 loss is good. Then you're looking at a 1-0 home win. Yeah. So a 2-1 loss is good. what confused me was it's a great result for Chelsea because it's better than the 2-1 loss. Real Madrid confused me because they look like they settled for one each.
Yeah.
For some reason, and for us to be going into this second leg 2-1, mate, I'm playing at home. I couldn't be happier. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's over.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's over. You know.
I don't think so.
What were you going into with Tottenham? When you was winning?
What was that? What?
Or were you drawing before then? The Tottenham semi-final. The first leg. What was that?
The quarterfinal.
We'll be 3-2 down. Something. 2-1 or 3-2.
I think so.
Tottenham away.
Was that quarterfinal?
It was.
Yeah. Because of Ajax.
The quarterfinals, yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 down or 3-2 down, something like that.
Oh, City were losing in the first leg?
And we lost the away goals, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Leg one, we were 1-0. We were 1-0 down.
1-0, and then we won 4-3, was it?
And then we won 4-3.
I don't think. I think. Yeah, it would be weird if City. If you just saw this on paper, City losing in the semi-final second leg, being up already. You know, the team that keeps the most possession.
There's no reason PSG can't win 2-1 at the Etihad.
I agree, but this is
there should be every reason though.
This is a much more defensive.
We need to score 2 goals.
This is a much more defensively capable Man City team. You know, I mean,
definitely.
Like just to put it in perspective, Edison had more touches than Kylian Mbappe in the game.
Yeah.
Right, and
with PSG, you snuff him and Neymar. You snuff PSG,
which is what happened.
Not entirely, because both of them, all they need is just one chance.
Yeah, but if they're not getting any look, Kylian Mbappe. It was the first time Kylian Mbappe completed 90 minutes in the Champions League match without a single shot. Like, it's just like if City shut them down like that again, then that's all you need.
Yeah.
But again,
all I'm saying, mate, 2 goals. City need 2 for me to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a penalty comes from nowhere. Another corner.
They've got to score 2 goals. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm happy with the whole Chelsea Real Madrid result. I mean, I'm not, but
I think, but it couldn't have gone any better, mate. Like I say, I'd have taken a 2-1 loss if I was Chelsea.
Yeah,
but you've come away with better.
Yeah,
come away with better. Same. I would have taken a 2-1 loss at PSG, but we've come away with much better.
I would have taken. Yeah, so, I mean, the 1-0 loss wasn't terrible at first, but I was sorry, just to bring back.
No. Yeah.
I was so nervous going into the game, and in the first half, I thought. I mean, Neymar is such a good player,
yeah.
Like just on the ball. It's like City.
He's gifted, yeah. He's gifted.
Yeah,
he's got his horrible bits, but he's gifted and he can turn a game.
Yeah, and then
that.
Mbappe's pace. Like if City are sitting too high, I'm just glad. I mean, I think our defense had a great game, like a really good game.
Will he? I know you think Zinchenko, but will he play the same false 9 at home?
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to play the same. Everything's going to be the same, except I think Zinchenko will start instead of Cancelo. But here's PSG's problem. Pep's had a taste of how they're going to play, and Pep against Pochettino. I know it's the same management lineup when we got knocked out against Tottenham, but Pep's he's gonna, to me, shut down Florenzi, and we don't concede a goal, and that's the one thing I think Pep's gonna be looking at, because Florenzi led to the corner that Marquinhos scored off, but Florenzi ran out of gas with his age.
Yeah, but where's that extra person come from? Is it the extra person that's marking Neymar and Mbappe?
Well, no, it's just it's just Cancelo doesn't have the defensive awareness that Zinchenko does, and now if you don't have Foden tracking back, and you don't have Cancelo with the defensive awareness, then you've got basically 2 men against Cancelo, who he's a good defender, but he's not there to defend, is he? But Zinchenko's there to just do the job. It's like Delph. It's like when we had Delph playing left back. He was basically a different type of player, but
yeah,
it to me, I think that was the biggest surprise. Like when we played Real Madrid last season, Pep played Jesus out on the left, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea this time because he shut down Carvajal going forward because he knew Madrid inside and out. He played Jesus on the left, and we played a 4-4-2 with De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva up top. But Jesus was making those deep runs when Ramos would run forward because he thought he was free of a striker. That wouldn't be a bad strategy to start with because Jesus' work rate.
I remember that game, mate. I just think we were missing something with somebody down that middle. We were just missing something. Don't get me wrong. Look, he's used his tactics again, and he's gone and got a result.
Yeah.
A tough place to go. Mm-hmm. So we can't question him really. I'm maybe looking for more.
Yeah.
I maybe want more. I want the perfect win, maybe, or a better looking win.
Yeah.
I'll take it every day of the week. Don't get me wrong, but I want to do it with more quality than that.
Look, if it's
I just felt there was a hole.
If it leads to a City lift in the Champions League, I don't care if they do it with their pants down. Like, I don't care what they look like. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
I've noticed even the Dortmund game that we played around.
I wouldn't like that.
We played around with it. I don't like to see it.
I know.
I'd like to see go balls out and go and get a goal.
But if it gets City there, none of this is going to be remembered. Like it should be. It's
though.
nervy. It's nervy right now.
It should be though.
Well,
I mean, like you're saying that they don't know how to handle the Champions League.
My fear is overdoing it. And what happened last year, the year before.
But look, we
are at our best. We are at our best when we just go balls out and go at people.
But
right?
we've just.
And how many times have you seen them when we score an early goal, game's over?
I know.
And how many times did you see the City players walking off at 90 minutes, not even breaking a sweat?
Look, here's the thing.
And they could go and
normally when they get early goals.
That's my point. And what you just said. If they can go and do that in the Champions League. They're fearing PSG when they can go.
But PSG
when they had that season.
PSG have just literally we just beat PSG 2-1 who have knocked out Bayern Munich, who are claimed to be the best. I was more fearful of Bayern Munich. I was much more fearful of Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich beats that City.
It's just
100%.
Look, we could talk about this all day, but I'm just after that. I
can't wait for it, mate. I really can't.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this coming week. And we've got games to go over the weekend,
Crystal Palace. We play Palace the weekend, which could have a big determining factor in winning the league. I mean, if United lose against Liverpool...
You don't need to be talking about that.
I mean, the leagues...
Chelsea got Fulham, so West Ham will know on Monday.
Oh, yeah?
I know you don't fancy them, Con, do you?
Oh, Chelsea?
Yeah.
I do. Are you joking?
He was making fun of you.
You were surprised I thought he'd beat them.
I know, because that's the first time on the predictor that you've had Chelsea.
Yeah.
You've had Chelsea winning.
It's the first time. I think it's the first time we've all had Chelsea winning, Man City winning, and West Ham winning.
I think it's the first time you've had Chelsea winning.
Only because it's the first time you've had Chelsea winning. Otherwise, there would have been other weekends where we've had all those three things.
No, there's been weekends I've had West Ham drawing and you've had them winning.
That's true.
Yeah, but you've never had Chelsea. You've never had Chelsea winning.
Yeah, you've never.
And they're sitting in fourth right now.
Because I'd never fancied them.
But they're sitting in fourth. That's why. They must be winning something.
You must admit, mate. They've scraped a few.
Look, here's my look. Chelsea could actually finish third because I think Leicester are fucking garbage.
So here's what's going to happen. Leicester play City.
If Chelsea beat
Leicester
Fulham,
play West Ham, and Chelsea play Leicester as well.
I don't even think
in the cup and in the Premier League. So if they, I don't know which one's first, but either which one's first is going to obviously set the tone for the next game.
Let me say this.
Chelsea, all Chelsea need to do is win the rest of their games, and they finish third.
And they'll finish third because honestly, Leicester pathetic today.
West Ham and Chelsea could still both be in the Champions League together.
Chelsea could both.
Liverpool.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're not mentioning them. They're only a point behind West Ham, mate.
But all West Ham need to do is win most of their games.
And West Ham have an easy run out, run in or run out, whatever, in or out, whichever they want decide.
And then Liverpool
games, and then Leicester beat Chelsea. They finish fourth.
Liverpool play United,
Yeah, that's this Sunday.
Liverpool have the easiest. Palace, Burnley, West Brom, Southampton.
I told you they were creeping in.
You did.
Okay. But the last 4 games they've drawn 3.
Yeah.
And won 1.
And look, Newcastle at home. That was the last one, wasn't it?
And then Leeds away. And then that's the Madrid game.
I think
the big difference with Liverpool, Salah's not putting things away.
Yeah.
They're creating chances and he's not putting things away.
Look, I know I can't change my mind. I've got Liverpool beating United 2-1, but that predictor is set in stone, but I think United might beat them.
But that's okay.
I'm not I mean that the predictor's out there. So that is what it is.
I think Liverpool have too much for them, mate.
I think United have too much luck for them.
Liverpool on paper is still the second best team in the league.
Look, if Van Dijk was fit, this would be a completely different season. It doesn't matter about Gomez or whoever else they're missing.
They're not really leaking goals every week, though, mate.
No, but
I know. But when you shore up that defense,
scoring goals,
that defense, you have more possession. You can actually play out the back because you have Van Dijk.
Yeah. It changes everything.
Can I just say this? I said this with Liverpool when.
Can I just say
Can I just say that I said this when they were winning the league or whatever was happening when we started this podcast? I was like, they're one injury away from falling so far down the table.
Yeah, you did say that,
and I'm pretty sure you just didn't agree with me. You might have agreed with me. I just wanted this to be highlighted even more because I kept on saying that, and then look what happened. We were in a fantasy league, and I gave Salah up, I think I got first pick, and I gave Salah up,
and then we gave the league up.
Yeah, because fuck that league, but whatever. It was shit from the start, but
goals. He's still got quite a few goals. He's just.
I know, yeah. I was about to say I did kind of fuck up
not putting them away
because I took. So what happened was I took Van Dijk, who was injured, and some really good player, and I gave up Salah. I don't know what I fucking did, but whatever. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
One injury away, you can't go 3 consecutive seasons with one starting 11 team,
right?
And be
no doubt.
Yeah, exactly, and be so successful.
All right, can I just say something without jinxing it, right? Champions League final.
You just killed it already. You've killed it now.
Yeah,
Champions League final on your birthday, right?
Right.
Chelsea City and Istanbul. I started looking at flights. Am I jinxing it? When we went 2-1 up against PSG, I started looking at flights, to be honest. And Istanbul are in a really strict lockdown right now, and they're still yet to decide whether. In fact, they just went into a really strict lockdown yesterday, and they're waiting to decide whether. And they've said if 2 English teams reach the final, they're still doing it in Istanbul. So, but how crazy would that be?
They should do it at Wembley. Just say fuck it. Like everything else has been a shit show this last 2 years.
If it's at Wembley, I'm going.
You gotta get a ticket.
Well,
yeah, you out of the 10 people that are allowed to watch it have to get it.
But I mean,
open and I can pull some strings.
Well, either whatever. I'm just thinking if it's in Istanbul, I don't think. Well, first of all, I know the US is allowed to fly to Istanbul, but England, I don't think, is allowed to fly to Istanbul right now.
I wonder if my American passport's going to come through.
Well, no,
yeah, it wouldn't matter.
I don't think the passport matters. I'm just saying we could fly direct $1,000 to Istanbul.
Is it?
Imagine $1,000 just to get beat in the Champions League by Chelsea. And that's not including the ticket.
Yeah.
Or the beer.
I'm just saying it's not like out of the question, but it's just like I don't know.
So wait a minute. Have you checked hotels?
No, I haven't checked hotels.
$1,000. I was in Madrid, right, when the final was happening with Liverpool Tottenham.
Yeah.
It was $300 a night for a hostel.
Yeah.
It was like $1,000 a night for a hotel, for a shitty hotel.
If you're going for a weekend for the Champions League, you drink the entire 48 hours.
Well, there's also a curfew right now in Istanbul from 9 to 5, but it only applies to the residents. It doesn't apply to tourists. So streets are safe.
Oh, they're the safer ones. Yeah. The tourists are the safe ones where you can
No, just kidding.
Especially 2 English groups. Brilliant.
I don't know. Would you
rather? Hold that thought. But after next week, you can say it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just what I'm saying. I'm being a bit premature because we've still got a massive game.
But then the prices will go up.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you take the gamble now?
Not from Florida though. I don't think there's many people flying from Florida to Istanbul.
Probably not.
But ticket prices.
All the Madrid fans in Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
If Madrid go through, sorry.
They're not. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Look, either way,
I think Madrid.
It's a long shot. Just making that happen, you know. And I hope, you know, if City can beat PSG, I hope the City fans get to go, because it's like it's.
So what if it was a City Madrid final? Would you still think of going?
100%, 1,000%.
Connor couldn't go.
I wouldn't go.
Well, this is where this is where we're divided, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But it's like if it was a Chelsea PSG final, I would have no interest.
100% would want to go to that.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just.
If it was City Chelsea, you wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, of course I would.
No, he would.
All right.
Look, it's a long shot.
Are you joking me to watch, like, all that City have built for, all that they've acclaimed to want to be the last 10 years? Chelsea just come and just stick that little shitty thumb right over
you wouldn't need to worry about any ultras, because after the game, me and him would be fist fighting outside of the stadium.
So I think we should have, like, if it does come to City Chelsea in the final, which is, first of all, I just want to say how fucking grateful that is to, like, it's crazy that this is going to
grace you with our presence.
That this is going to happen. This could happen in our lifetime.
Can I just say, it would be City's. I personally think Chelsea are going to finish off Real Madrid. From what I saw,
I'm not entirely sure, but we would fuck you guys up in one game.
Well, you did. Well, you didn't fuck us up
in the Champions League final. We would.
I think
my fear is they haven't looked
fill
strong
your
at
nappy.
home.
That's all.
Chelsea haven't looked strong at home, mate.
No, I know it doesn't matter. Chelsea always, not always. I would say most of the time are the better team against City.
Look, I'm not.
Even if City are on the game that day,
I'm not scared. I'm honestly.
Chelsea always turn up against City.
I'm not scared of Chelsea. You say that, but
and you know what? This is what Chelsea has done their entire career. They lose to the teams that get relegated, but they beat whoever wins it.
I can think of multiple times we've beaten you though.
I know. Yeah.
Specifically, De Bruyne scored a left foot.
I don't think
outside the box.
Jordy's actually killed it by saying it.
Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, we were all thinking.
Look, if it's a PSG Real Madrid final, not gonna watch it.
Does City play Tuesday? Is it City on Tuesday, Chelsea on Wednesday?
Yeah, exactly that.
Well, Connie, look, if City win on Tuesday, I'll be cheering Chelsea on Wednesday.
I cheer. I'm a cheer.
I think City either way. Yeah, either way, City win or lose.
Will you be cheering City on?
That's
even though you don't know if Chelsea are going to get through.
Yeah,
the day after.
That's what I'm saying, and I do think City would be the harder opponent in the final.
I do as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still want them to go through. I mean, I've been saying this for fucking 5 years. City deserve the Champions League over the last, maybe not Bayern, but over the last other 4 years. If you were
you saying that though, it's incredible to think it would be the first ever Champions League final City reach. And again, we're talking hypotheticals. It's like, you know, I mean, I'm still gonna be nervous as shit on Tuesday. Like I know I sound confident, and I started googling flights and stuff, but
you're gonna be working.
I'm gonna be watching it.
We need to have the episode before and after. I beg that I win the predictor both those weeks, so I could just have you in a Chelsea shirt.
That's this week. Oh, you're saying the
Yeah,
final.
if we beat you in the final,
there's no way you got three.
And then I win the predictor.
You got 3 points.
You're wearing Chelsea head to toe. I have socks. I have a scarf.
Well,
I got undies.
I got shorts.
I'm
gonna call out sick. I'm gonna call out sick.
You only need to get 3 points to win the predictor.
Yeah, apparently.
Lately.
I don't think I've ever got 2 points though. I will say that.
Yeah, but I've got 2 points. I got 11 points.
Impossible. 9 games.
You can't talk, fucking Jack Grealish #1 fan. You were wearing the shirt before we came on, and you switched to that plain shirt before we started.
It's actually just the same shirt inside out.
You've got the Jack Grealish shirt that you were wearing signed, framed. If you switch the camera to the left, we'll see it.
Let's just say I've lost twice all season.
No, wasn't it? It was 3. I've seen him in the Jack Grealish shirt 3 times.
Okay, but even still, don't say that.
He's bad enough.
Don't say that. Yeah,
he's bad enough. You nuggets.
I think we've done a collective 20.
Look, disclaimer: just don't bet. Just don't bet off our predictor. We don't know what we're talking about, but we know how to complain about shit, and that's why people listen.
I'm glad I didn't put that 10 grand on the quadruple.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
2 biggest Chelsea fans right here.
Yeah.
That's actually why I wanted him to wear the Chelsea shirt today, is because I haven't won it since we knocked you out of that and stopped the quadruple. So this was because we were texting before. This was
Lift that up. They were embarrassing.
Yeah, but Dzeko scored.
Did you see his goal?
3. Yeah, I saw it was a tap-in.
Shambles.
3. He's the first person to score in 3 decades at Old Trafford against Man United. Is that not a feat?
That is.
And lose 6.
All right, 6-2. So let's talk about the Europa League then. I mean, it looks like it's going to be. I mean, Arsenal aren't going to fucking go through. Arsenal.
Can I say something?
Go on.
Sorry, I've just got some Arsenal facts I want to go on.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm going to say something.
I think that's what podcasts are about. We all have to say something.
No, I think I would have said that right before I said that, even if we didn't have microphones in front of us. I'm kind of, I think they're shit and whatever.
Who, Arsenal?
No, Man United. I'm kind of, I love that they're getting all this like recognition and like semi glory, because I want to beat them. I want them to be good when we beat them, instead of us going to Old Trafford and then beating them, and it's kind of sad. You want
They're not good though.
You want the person that you hate or your biggest rival in the, even though mine I guess is Tottenham, but I hate Man United more. I want to feel that, you know, I want to beat them and while they're good, and
they're
be like
good,
fuck them, because we grew up with Man United being arguably one of the best teams in the world, you know. So. I missed that, you know.
Before, and I've got to be honest.
I hate the cheating.
I wanted Chelsea to win. I obviously wanted Arsenal to win, but I've got my doubts. And Arteta's finally realised Granit Xhaka is a left back.
He played him left back, but he played no striker as well. That was a weird one.
Oh well, he's had him left back filling in.
Yeah.
But that's where he plays when he plays in midfield.
When he gets on the ball, yeah.
So that's me to realise that's where he gets the ball. Now his problem is when he goes backwards, he's only got backwards to the goalie.
Oh, the linesman.
Yeah.
From being a left back, he can only go backwards to the goalie now. So now he's giving the ball away because he has to go forward sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't get the same feeling. I was flicking over. What I did was, because both games are on at the same time, I watched the live game, Arsenal, and I recorded the Man United game so I could watch it afterwards. And I accidentally seen the score at half time, and it was 2-1 Roma. Mm-hmm. And I can't lie, I felt good about myself. I felt good inside, seeing that they were losing. And then I made the mistake of watching the second half.
Yeah.
And everything went in.
It's your fault.
I don't get the feeling I got for Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City when I was watching Man United.
Yeah.
That's my point. You got to have, what are they called? Heels?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have a heel.
Like,
you got
as a character.
Yeah, to make yourself feel better, you know.
Look, Roma, like I really love Roma. Like I you know, Kolarov going there.
Yeah, they've
Dzeko going there.
Yeah.
You know, I love Nainggolan when he was there. Like he's one of my favorite defensive midfielders. Just watching him,
They're your Italian club.
Yeah,
a big one.
100%. But they've fallen apart.
Yeah, but they've done that and then they rebuild.
They looked awful second half.
Yeah, they're not.
They rebuild.
They'll rebuild. Yeah, they'll rebuild. I mean, they got Chris Smalling that kind of like threw me off as well. Like, I like Roma a lot, but right now they're just not. Yeah,
well, look, it could be all English 2 finals. Arsenal could dispatch of them, or they could blow up. And United are in the final, so
yeah.
It could be a big week for English football.
Don't completely rule. I mean,
yeah, I know. I was about to say,
don't completely rule Roma out.
Man United are that shit.
All right, I do want to get to. I've got some updates on the European Super League. Just one update. We don't want to hammer it home because it's being talked about a lot. But before we get to that, I do just want to talk about Bournemouth and their rise into the playoffs. Like we've got a lot of listeners actually, and a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter who have been, who are supporting us, who support Bournemouth, and it's incredible to see them bounce back into the playoffs because I think they were as low as 8th or 9th, I think, when I saw them.
Yeah, they did. They started off with too many draws.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, they had a great spell, got themselves up there. Then they went through a little patch where they dropped out, and I think over the last 7 or 8 games, they've got themselves in a great position.
Yeah.
Back again, I think it's 7-8 points clear of the 7th place. So really, have more or less solidified a playoff place.
Yeah.
Which is going to be exciting, and I'm sure. I know the Bournemouth fans would rather them go up directly, but that's not to be.
Yeah, that's already done.
It's going to be some good games.
Yeah, it's already happened. So Norwich and Watford are already promoted from the Championship. So right now it's Brentford on 81, Bournemouth, Swansea, and Barnsley all on 77. So those will be the 4 playoff teams.
Yeah.
Look, how incredible would it be for Bournemouth just to come straight back up after all they've been through with the departure of Eddie Howe mutually or whatever the situation was,
Yeah.
You want Bournemouth out of those 4 teams.
It would just be...
Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great to see the 3 teams that went down come straight back up again?
Yeah. I just think, I mean, it's been a great run by Bournemouth. Like to get themselves to where they are, I know they
yeah, that little 4, it's like if you finish at the top of the 4, it's like you're a force to reckon with if you get me in the draw, In
fact, they're already in the playoffs.
The story's there for all of them. Look, Brentford just missing out last season. Mm-hmm. You've got Swansea where Marshy is. You got Bournemouth with all the history that I have, and then Barnsley.
I know.
Come from nowhere.
Could you imagine? Yeah, but could you imagine Brentford or Barnsley in the Premier League?
You want it though.
You could have imagined Sheffield United.
That's true.
Exactly, yeah. And look what they did, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, before the season.
That's true.
Now, how long did it take Leeds? Yeah. So there's no divine right.
20-something years.
It's just crazy to see the teams, like, just outside the playoffs. It's Reading, Cardiff, Middlesbrough, QPR, and then you go further down, you got Millwall, Stoke.
All
Blackburn, Birmingham, Notts Forest,
all like Premier League,
Huddersfield, Derby,
like regulars.
Yeah, I mean it really is.
Over the last century.
That's why the European what we're talking about right now is why the European Super League would have killed football because of this. Yeah. We don't have this over here in the shitty MLS that we've got over here. You don't have people talking about, LA Galaxy, LA FC, New York Red Bulls, and then I can't even think of a Fort Lauderdale Strikers.
You know what it is? They don't have history. They don't have a history over here. They just go and buy a franchise and put them in.
Well, it's business.
They don't have to earn it. They don't have to earn it. If they've got enough money to pay for it to come in, they come in. And that's what the Super League is.
No.
The Super League was exactly that.
Yeah, the Premier League's the same.
Invited in.
The Premier League's the same.
But there's an entry.
You still have to win promotion.
Oh, yeah, okay, but I'm saying, like, whoever has the most money can come in and just buy out that club.
That's just with that's going to happen with popularity.
But, yeah, obviously what the American people didn't understand was hundreds of years of trust built through the fans and that, which American sports don't have.
What they also didn't understand is there's other clubs that they could invest in. Like, they could invest in a NSL or NWSL or whatever the fuck it is. club and bring them up. Like that would have provided more. That would have been more lucrative for them. Mm-hmm. So you can invest in smaller clubs and bring them up. But whatever. I mean, it's dead in the water. I did want to end on this. There has been a petition to enforce the 50+1 rule in English football, which would mean fans would have a say in over 50%. They would have a 50% say in football clubs and what they do, and that you would need the +1 on either side to decide whether things like this would go through the Super League or not. So fans would have a 50% say in all of this, and it's hit 100,000 signatures, and the government now has to legally consider the position in the House of Parliament. So it's like the German league. The Germans have the German league have the 50+1 rule, where the German fans have a 50% say over what happens in the German league, and you have to have that 1 extra percent in order for something to go through, right? So if the fans are consolidated, then
look, the fans had their say anyway, even without that. It was the fans that got it stopped.
Well, but now they've got a seat at the board. Now they're going to have a seat at the board. It stops
it in its tracks before they have to go and bomb rush the stadium and not let them in.
I know the president said it's still going to happen eventually.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
I think he's a space kid that if he thinks that's going to happen.
Well, look, but we don't want to turn a blind eye here, because the new Champions League format is sort of, it's not like the ESL, but it's got similarities. I mean, I've got a quote from Jurgen Klopp here. You know, not to quote Liverpool manager, but he says, you can't just introduce always more competitions. Very good that the new Super League is off the table, but the new Champions League's not great. UEFA showed me the idea, and I said I don't like it. 10 games rather than 6, no idea where to put them in. So it's like they are trying to force, like the UEFA are playing the good guy in this, and then they're still trying to force like 10 European group games a season, which
they found where the money can come from, not where the games can come from.
And they're disregarding. It's going to kill the Man City League Cup, you know, like, which, I mean,
if you would have had to take this seriously, you would have to give up going for the Man City Cup.
Well, I think they would wipe it out. I think it would become a league, like the J Paint Trophy that's in the lower leagues in England. I think the Premier League clubs couldn't play for this, or at least the ones that qualify for Champions League. If they had 10 group games in the first half of the season before December, there's no way they could fit that in. So while the European Super League has been shot dead per se, I know Real Madrid and them
hopefully
are still
in the head.
Trying to change the format of the Champions League for a long time, mate.
Yeah, but it's
going with it, playing with it. I don't see what's wrong with it.
I'm going to end the episode on this. We don't
end on cliffhangers.
I'm going to end on a cliffhanger. You're going to have to fucking tune in next week to see what happens. Pep Guardiola would be open to selling Raheem Sterling this summer should the right offer be presented, according to the latest reports on Friday, which is today. Jack Grealish is seen as a potential replacement, which could mean fucking anything. But I'm going to leave it there. That was a headline. Dad, you got anything to add to that? Jack Grealish, #1 fan?
No.
Okay, here's a good question to end on, right? And I'll ask you both. Pretend you're a City fan, because I know you have a bit of love for City. But I'm going to ask you first. Jack Grealish or Raheem Sterling next season, who'd you take at Man City? Go. You have to take one.
Sterling. All
right, guys. You heard it here first.
Do we not get to explain why?
Nope. That's all, folks.
That's it.
All right, guys.
I'd say no Champions League trophy. That's what I'd say if you had to pick.
Well, look, we've got a great week to look forward to. We've got a good weekend of football to look forward to as well. I do just want to say, guys, if you've got any video questions, go to 5pintsin.com/submit. Submit your videos, okay? We had a few people submit the first week. Submit your video questions. It doesn't matter what you have to ask. We can play it on here. We'll answer the question.
Or we don't have to play it on here if you're embarrassed.
Yeah, or you could just ask us. You could send in the video and send it in. Don't air it. But 5pintsin.com/submit. You can go to that website and you can record a video right on your phone right there and ask us a question, whatever you want to ask, and we'll probably answer it. You know what we end up talking about on here, so we'll probably end up answering the question. But go on there, submit your video question, And yeah, it was good talking to you guys.
All right.
What?
Voice then.
It sounds like he's dying.
I hadn't spoke for so long.
All right, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.